Recently, we have just gotten some information on a rumored trailer for Star Wars Episode 8, and the actual trailer is set to come out in April during the Star Wars celebration in Orlando. And definitely remember to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to this channel to get updates because I will be attending the celebration. With that out of the way, let's delve into the rumored trailer details, and you can find the source link below. This has information on the whole suite of characters: Snoke, Finn, Rey, Luke, and so on. I will read the information to you guys. So we are told that in the first scene of the teaser, Finn wakes up from a coma or nightmare. This is probably familiar to those of us who watched the second teaser trailer for The Force Awakens, when Finn suddenly wakes up in the middle of Jakku when he and Poe escape the Finalizer. In this scene, it's described that he's in the med bay, which makes sense since he was wounded by Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens. The next shot is of Poe Dameron rushing through an automatic sliding door, and he says, "They're almost here." This could mean that the First Order has arrived, but we are not given enough information to say for sure why Poe is so worried. It then says that a procession of mourners walk through a thoroughfare in a large city. The writer also says that it reminds him of Jeddah, and that could be that there is some connection to Rogue One. However, I don't think that will be the case, since it has been said that there won't be connection between standalone Star Wars movies. Continuing with what is written, it says that a guy in dark clothing pulls out a blaster and fires it at someone in the procession. It is not clear who, but he fires into the open. Now we see Poe, Finn, BB-8, and the character being played by Kelly Mary Tran in what seems to be the same area in which the guy took out his blaster. They are dressed in what seems to be First Order clothing, and they are reacting to the shot. Finally, we see Captain Phasma return, and she's commanding a battalion of stormtroopers shouting, "Find them," in the same city. The stormtroopers are causing commotion by firing on civilians in what is utter chaos. We dissolve to black, and not seeing but hearing Leia. She says their shadow is growing. We can only assume that she's referring to Snoke and Kylo, and this does seem to be the case, as we see Supreme Leader Snoke, not in a hologram, but as a practical effects character that is described to be 8 feet tall. Snoke is standing over Hux in a dark room, and Hux is clearly nervous about this whole ordeal. Snoke asks him if he's alive, and obviously that means Kylo Ren. And to this, Hux replies, "Barely, Supreme Leader." The writer does say that Snoke says something on the lines of, "The time has come for a family reunion." This could be about Kylo Ren, or is foreshadowing a sort of ominous future that Snoke has in mind with Luke and Leia. The music since the beginning was dark and ominous, but now it sounds more triumphant. The next scene is Finn bursting into a meeting room in which Leia and her advisors were on the deck of a ship. Finn exclaims, "They're back, they've come back," and Leia turns around, not surprised in the slightest. Finn says, "You knew?" To which Leia replies, "I felt it." The music now explodes, and we have a shot of the Millennium Falcon flying from underneath the sea and into the sky. This definitely leans towards Ahch-To, because we know from The Force Awakens that Ahch-To is oceanic in its nature, so we can assume that they may be hiding in Ahch-To from the First Order, in the ocean itself, but we cannot come to any solid agreement on what it might be yet. Now we see lots of TIE fighters in the swarm through space. Back in the Jeddah-like city, we see a stormtrooper running through an alley with equally spooked troopers running after him. Running into Phasma, the lead stormtrooper says it's the Jedi. Phasma, however, stays behind. Hearing the ignition of a lightsaber, we do not know who it is. Everything goes black, and we hear Luke Skywalker saying, "Everything will die with us." The red Last Jedi logo pops up and the trailer ends. It really seems that they are building up a really big tease, because we do not see any physical scenes of Luke, Rey, or even Kylo Ren. But this could also point to this being just a leak and not the actual trailer. And we also see Captain Phasma but not Rey, and Phasma is a supporting character, so it makes less sense that this is the official trailer. What do you guys think? Is this a tease or is this made up? Do you think we will see Rey and Kylo Ren when we get to see the trailer? I'm interested to know what you guys think. Remember to subscribe and see my social media links down below.